your journey into spirituality and channeling. The secret to living a better life. How would you like to entertain communication at any time? With a friend who loves you unconditionally and eternally. A friend who can encourage you and guide you in all your actions and projects. A friend and a confidant who is always there and available. Know that it exists and is possible. Indeed, know that spirits of all kinds surround you. They all want to talk to you. Among them, there are highly evolved spirits called spiritual guides, and they have unconditional and eternal love for you and want to help and guide you in life. Learn to join them because they are waiting for you. Today we delve into the fascinating realm of spiritualism and channeling, a topic that has intrigued humanity for centuries. From ancient rituals to modern practices, the desire to communicate with the spirit world has always been a part of our collective consciousness. Several spiritualism sessions have indicated the arrival of spirits during such sessions without ignoring them. However, people could have faked some of them. The fact remains that more and more testimonies are brought to our attention, relating stories of appearance or even communication with entities. In this video, we will discuss channeling or communication with spirits and see how spirituality opens the communication channel with them to achieve that goal. Let's see together how the practice of spirituality began. To do so, I want to tell you the story of a well-known person, Allan Kardec. Allan Kardec, 1804-1869, born Hippolyte Léon Denisard Rivel, embarked on a remarkable journey in the 1850s, a teacher and literature graduate. He was the first to delve into the phenomenon of communication with spirits. His exploration led to the founding of the spiritualist movement, a beacon of enlightenment that emerged in the 19th century. In 1854, Kardec first encountered rotating tables, a method of communicating with spirits at the time. This method involved sitting around a table with hands on the table to summon spirits. He attended his first session, which were very popular at the time, at the invitation of friends. And from that day on, he began to take an interest in them. During one of them, he received a message from a protective spirit one day, telling him he had known him in a previous life. This spirit would have told him that he would assist him in an important work that awaited him. From that moment on, he began meeting several mediums to maintain communications with different spirits. From all these meetings was born his first book, The Spirit's Book, published in 1857. This work resulted from several communications with the spiritual world. during which he had the opportunity to ask 1018 questions and obtain 1018 answers on subjects as varied as God, the soul, the origin and nature of spirits, virtues, happiness, love, charities, and more. Kardec defined Spiritism as a doctrine based on the existence and teaching of spirits which possess moral laws and rest on a spiritual scale. This school of thought believes mediums can communicate with the deceased through spiritual energy using the perisprit or astral body. Spiritualism lies in the belief in God, reincarnation, and communication with the afterlife. Allan Kardec has published numerous works on spiritualism, and the spiritualist movement he founded continues to spread throughout Europe and Latin America. In the beginning, Spiritism sessions served a rather amusing purpose. Still, with the Spirit movement founded by Allan Kardec, they took on a more profound role than that of maintaining communication with the dead. It became a movement to seek to understand our consciousness and our role in life. If you want answers to these questions, the spiritual world tells us that it is essential to channel good spirit because all kinds of spirits surround us and vibrate at different levels. Divine thoughts and action bring you closer to the highest level of vibration, to allow you to channel the most evolved beings of light, to obtain answers to your questions. Communicating with evolved beings of light allows you to discover who you really are. Doing so makes it easier for you to understand your role and make the right choices in your life. It also allows you to reach even higher vibration levels. Why do you want to reach higher level of vibration? The more you vibrate, the more you feel love in your heart, and the more love you feel, the closer you are to the divine, which allows you to feel and be. As human consciousness evolves, we are witnessing an ever increasing number of people capable of having richly teaching conversation with the spirit world. The path to this capacity inevitably passes through the discovery and development of spirituality. Indeed, we realize that material things do not provide lasting happiness. They are a joy, but do not last. We realize that lasting happiness resides in the feeling of being and the love we share around us. We know that the more our consciousness evolves, the more we feel great joy in our hearts. Therefore, spirituality is the door that allows you to open this communication channel with the spiritual world. Our souls are looking to evolve and can only achieve that goal when there is harmony in our hearts. Unfortunately, we live in a world of chaos, which creates a lot of stress and all of the associated issues. That is why more and more people are finding that spirituality offers a retreat where we can reconvene and connect with our souls to find and feel peace in our hearts. People might not know that practicing spirituality contributes to elevating their vibration level. One thing is sure, they feel good and like it when they practice it. They feel connected to their higher self, their soul. Let's listen to what the spirits reveal about channeling and communicating with the spiritual world. There are several levels of spirits which do not all vibrate at the same frequency, because not all have reached the same level of vibration. during their incarnation. Few people know that the life you lead lies on a universal law, the universal law of the evolution of the soul, because everything around you, including yourself, is vibration, and part of the soul evolution is to learn to vibrate at a higher level all the time to follow that law. Indeed, all creation is an immense field of vibration because everything that exists is vibration. As there are many vibration levels, there are different kinds of spirits. The highest vibration level is the one that one must reach, which means the vibration of love. The way to achieve this is by sharing love around you, because love is the highest vibration. The only one that reaches the highest evolved spirits, and the only one we answer. It is the one reflecting the nature of the divine. Love allows you to maintain enriching communication and obtain advice from evolved spirits to succeed in your life. You might not know, but be aware that every time you share love around you, we are close to you and we connect. Ultimately, take the question of channeling. There are the answers to your question about living a fulfilled life. How would it still be possible to share the light that you are without knowing who you are? To achieve this, we will address the topics of channeling, what, why, and how. Let's start with channeling. Channeling is how a person maintains a conversation with the spiritual world. There are several forms of channeling. For example, some people will have visions. Others will have messages in the form of images. Some people will hear voices or receive messages by automatic writing. Some will get inspiration, or others will receive messages during a trance session. There is no modality better than another. They all have the same goal: to allow communication with the spiritual world. Why would you want to practice channeling? Channeling is important because it lets you become aware of who you are, and that you are more than your body. It will enable you to realize that you are a consciousness that expresses itself in a body that is yours throughout your life, and whose ultimate goal is to evolve to get closer to God. It will make you realize that we are all connected to the same source and can access it anytime, anywhere. Getting closer to God allows you to be protected and receive His love and guidance. Practicing channeling will enable you to discover who you are, because it makes you realize that the real you, or the natural person you are, is your consciousness, which is none other than your soul. Once you have made this observation, your life changes and you shine differently around you. You become transformed and begin attracting a better life for yourself. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery through channeling, you will find that fear no longer holds you back. You will experience a profound connection with your true self, your soul, guiding your actions. Life will unfold before you, offering endless possibilities and a newfound sense of fulfillment. You develop unshakable confidence in yourself because you feel that you are never alone, surrounded, or guided more than anything, and a feeling of fullness rises within you. You think that the divine light of God flows within you, between each particles of your body. Because yes, the divine light of God is in each of you, and it only asks to grow. And the only way to make it to grow is by evolving. Thus, channeling allows you to discover yourself and your true purpose in life. It will enable you to become aware of the divine light that inhabits you and how this divine light is there to help you flourish. It will allow you to face your challenges with a different approach. It will teach you that you are loved and that you are loved. You will be able to live a neutrally out of the ordinary experience. This knowledge will protect you from discomfort because you shouldn't forget that your problems originate in your ego, and raising your consciousness will be your remedy. Stay close to God so that He can protect you. Spirits say that people have been trying to communicate with spirits through prayer throughout history, regardless of their religion or beliefs. Maybe they didn't know, but prayer is a way to communicate with the spiritual and divine world. Prayer, when practiced with sincere intention to join the divine light, allows one to open one's heart, signifying an intense and passionate desire to maintain communication with the spiritual world. Intention and desire are essential to open the communication channel. Praying changes your vibration level, which allows you to reach us. Prayer can take several forms. All contemplation activities on oneself with a desire to join us are forms of prayer, because they aim to connect to oneself and divine energy and raise your vibration level, which is necessary to join us. People eventually realize that there is something more significant than the life they're living, and that what sparks the awakening in you that makes you want to know your purpose beyond life on earth, and thus begins your quest for knowledge. The way to learn is to be interested and develop your spirituality, because that is the gateway to knowledge. Those who undertake this path discover tremendous inner peace and ask for more because they feel good. There begins the discovery. This transformation of the soul becomes irreversible once you taste its incredible light. It transforms you because you start feeling the divine light within you, and you start radiating differently and begin to live fulfilled, and the life in front of you turns into a shower of synchronicity and joy. Specific prerequisites exist for channeling. To join us, you must raise your vibration level. and develop divine values like empathy, compassion, humility, and gratitude. The more divine your values are, the easier you can join us. First, you need to develop empathy and compassion because these values are directly linked with your love toward your neighbor and therefore toward God. What you do to your neighbor, you do to God. By practicing empathy and compassion, you ensure that you always stay close to God so that He can watch over you. There is a very simple way to learn to develop these values, and it involves observation. Indeed, you have to take the time to observe, and even more so, to feel when you observe. What is it that you feel when you observe? Is it joy, pain, sadness? If you feel joy, it is because your soul is talking to you, telling you it likes it. If you feel pain, it tells you that you have already suffered this situation and suffered from it. You must not subject those around you to situations where they might suffer, but try to comfort them when they are going through difficult situations. So, if your empathy is such that you not only feel others' pain or sadness, but also want to comfort or provide them with your assistance and love, you are now showing compassion and love toward them and God too. Remember that you are getting close to God if you feel and mean it. Empathy and compassion constitute sharing love because love is the highest vibration and only vibration that allows one to join the spiritual world. Therefore, one needs to observe and feel to develop empathy and compassion. Indeed, to develop empathy, you must observe and feel. Feeling will help you build empathy because at some point it will remind you of difficult situations you went through yourself, and you will want to comfort people. Just the feeling and desire to comfort people will contribute to developing empathy and compassion, so elevating your vibration level. Empathy and compassion are signs of love toward your neighbor and God. Remember, developing and practicing those values will elevate your vibration level. It will take some effort initially, but quickly become second nature. Let's talk about humility. First of all, as a starting point, what is your level of humility? Remember that humility is the most significant marker of the soul's evolution. Humility is the recognition that there is something greater than oneself. Every success you have rests on the fact that you have been guided, and the recognition that the success is not yours alone, but the knowledge of a divine consciousness has guided you is a marker of your soul evolution. Along with humility comes a powerful value. When someone shows gratitude toward us, it invites us to put more on his path. In short, the soul's evolution results in developing awareness achieved through observation and feeling. The practice of divine activities that aim to develop the mind, such as yoga and meditation, is also used to evolve consciousness because it aims to connect you with yourself. These activities can be practical in addition to the divine values described above. More and more people are awakening to spirituality, and as a result, they can raise their level of vibration, which allows them to join us and have conversation with us, the spiritual world. This awakening allows them to receive our guidance in life and discover who they are. This awakening to spirituality completely transformed their life. Indeed, all their actions and beliefs become different and completely transformed. People no longer see life similarly. They change how they behave. Consequently, they attract beautiful things in their life. They discover that their lives have a deeper meaning than amassing material goods. They find real love in all their actions. People see themselves wholly transformed in the way they see their lives and the role they have to play. In doing so, they radiate a different energy around them, and people all around notice this. They begin to attract different synchronicity into their lives. Events and encounters occur in their lives. All these changes result from elevation in their vibration level. Thus, it is common for many to communicate with us through the pursuit of spirituality. It is possible to achieve this because it becomes possible for those who desire to communicate with us. The practice of spirituality opens the door to joining us, and we reply, either through the modalities we mentioned previously or through synchronicities. If this resonates with you, do not hesitate to embrace the journey to get closer to us by developing your spirituality. We love you unconditionally and want to talk to you and assist you in your life. Have faith in us.